You want to talk about views on views? I feel like, you know how Stradman always comes to the edge of his garage and there's all them Lamborghinis and Ferraris? Look at this. This is so much better. You got all kinds of different diesels in here. It's absolutely crazy. What a freaking view. How about this L5P on Forces? Look at that. Them are Forces, bro. Absolutely crazy. Maybe we'll just trade this sucker in on this. Time, and I'm super freaking pumped. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, but it couldn't happen without all of you. So thank you guys for all the love and support. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go back and check out the previous video where we did the cold air intake. But today we got something a little bit different for you guys, but I'm super excited to announce today's video has been sponsored by HSP Diesel. You guys are absolutely awesome. I just want to take a minute here to thank Mike and Joe and everybody over at HSP. Today we are going to be reviewing the hot side intercooler piping for the LML Duramax. Now, if you guys haven't heard of them, you've probably been living under a rock because they're an absolute industry leader. They got a wide variety of products. It doesn't matter if you got a 2nd gen, 3rd gen, we got a 4th gen over here, we got a L5P over here. Just go on the website, guys. They got a product for every single vehicle. Even something old clapped out 6.0, it don't matter what you drive, they got something to hook up to clean up your engine bay. They got aftermarket performance parts, they got it all, track bars, surge tanks, you name it, it's on there. Go check out the website, but let's flip over and see what we got today. Now, if you guys come with me up the steps here, we are going to check out this product. It's super, super epic. It looks like we're going into some crazy layer in here, but look at this place. Overtime, look at the lighting. This is absolutely epic. And here we have it, the box. I can't wait to crack this sucker open and see what it looks like. Yes, you guys are gonna call me a liar, but I did already open it because I wanted to see it. It's not unwrapped though. I just want to make sure we got what we ordered. So we did. Now we can open this booger up and see it for real under this epic lighting. All right, so you guys remember Ovi, right? What's going on, buddy? Today we recruited him to help us install this booger. So let's open this up, buddy, and let's see what this sucker looks like. But look at that. Got a couple clamps and some boots here, and then there she is. Can we get a look? Oh my gosh. Can we pull that sucker out of there and take a look at her? Because she is beautiful. I don't even think we should hide it under the hood. I think we either need to delete the hood or like carry it on the front seat with us. But look at that. Incredible work, guys. I love it already. So now you guys can see it out of the box here on the truck. I don't even want to hide it. I kind of just want to throw the hood away now because this engine bay is going to look so good with this. You can see the cold air intake. Very easy to do. Looks absolutely incredible. But we're going to try to get all these parts eventually so this engine bay can look insane. But this is a little bit better than my garage. So I'm feeling nervous and out of my place. But we're going to put this booger on. So first thing we had to do was just pull off that inner fender liner there. Just had a bunch of these small freaking bolts I had to pull off one at a time, but luckily, you know, Ovi, he's got the best of the best tools down here, so we didn't have to do that shit by hand, but that really helped out a lot. There she is, and you can see down in there, let me get my light here. See that piping going right through there, up in there, all one piece. So now we're gonna try to undo that sucker next. Let's see what we do. got that bottom loose, we ended up putting an 11 mil socket with a long extension down there. Was able to get that band clamp off, and now it pulled right out of place, which is nice. Here's the gun. Long extension to reach down in there. Went from the top side for that. I'm sure you can probably go from the bottom side too. I was just too lazy to take the tire off or really try to wrestle down in there, so we went from the top side. Don't feel like you can't go from the bottom though. All right, so as you can tell, we just pulled the stock one, the factory one, out of the engine bay. It was kind of a little pain to wrestle out of there, but it came right out, honestly. So really all you had to do was take those two 11 millimeter clamps off and pull that sucker out, and now look at the new one gonna go in. So much better. Now, I'm not an engineer, but I do know that this new HSP one does have better airflow. I think they said 40% better flow over this stock one, probably due to the lack of bends that the air has to travel through. And on top of it, it just looks freaking badass, which I know is what everybody wants to see when you pop the hood. But now we can switch gears. Oh, and one more thing to note, it was raining out there. The truck is wet, and when I was standing on the tire pulling this sucker out, I slipped, almost knocked the wind out of me, but I saved myself. I look stupid, so you could probably see it on the GoPro footage, but I did slip and fall, so word of caution, maybe use a ladder. Maybe something even like the step ladder that Ovi gave me, but he's over here laughing at me. Nothing's worse than a mechanic watching a non-mechanic try to do stuff. So if you want to jump in, buddy, they're not going to knock me for it. So feel free to help me out. He loves it though. All right, so now it's time to put the rubber boots onto the pipe before we put this back on. You're going to want to make sure that you slide your clamps on ahead of time. Otherwise, you're going to be screwed when you get down in there. But then also make sure that you put the right tubes on the right end. I'm sorry, if you put the right boots on the right end, because otherwise you're gonna have to swap it all around. And when you go down in there, you only want to do this once. Trust me, these boots can be a pain, but we might lubricate them up a little bit so they slide on nice and easy. But this design is sure a hell lot better than the factory design. So hopefully we can do this. I'm sure we can. Let's dive back in there. So we got the bottom side hooked up nicely, slid right into place. Now, of course, it ain't that simple. Of course, the top side wanted to fight us a little bit, so we are gonna get some soapy water and try to lubricate this top boot so it slides onto the turbo there. But other than that, it's really a simple process. It went right in compared to getting the old one out, but it's just getting this final clamp on and then we'll be set. Behold, they go on a lot easier, the boots that is, if you lubricate them with a bunch of soapy water. So we ended up pulling this off, pulling the boot off, soaping the crap out of it, then putting it back on the turbo side, and then slid the pipe into the boot and tightened down both the clamps on the top side and the bottom side. Like I said, we did come with a long extension from the top side, so Ovi helped guide me in from the top, but I'm sure you can still come at it from the bottom if you're doing it yourself. I really don't even want to put the fender liner back on because that looks so sick how it comes up through, all the way through, down there, up. So let's go ahead now that we got that sucker done. We should be able to close this sucker up and finish up this project. But that, timing-wise, not bad. 6:26. It was just about an hour, wasn't it? About an hour, so not bad at all. All right, so now just got the inner fender liner put back in place there, nice and neat. We'll clean that dirt up later. A little bit of dirt leaning over there. Need to get one of them nice working things for the side of the truck, you know what I mean? The nice pad things they got.
Fender covers.
Fender covers, that's what we need, so you don't scratch the nice paint. But she's old and paid for, so we can scratch it if we want to, but that's what she turned out. What do you guys think of this thing? Super, super sick and very easy to do, and it looks absolutely incredible. Now, I think we just need more blue to brighten it up even more. So that's what we're gonna focus on next, but thumbs up for the install. Ovi did a great job helping me out as always. So always learning from this guy. He's got all the tricks and tips. But anyways, we'll get these tools picked back up. I got to get out of his hair. I got dinner. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. Like I said, it is getting late. At least for me, I'm old. I got to get in bed. But I just want to thank you guys again for tuning into the video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you do give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. In the next video, we are going to come back down here because me and Ovi have like 75 different videos we want to make at this point. So if you guys are loving this stuff, you know where to come. Keep coming back. Keep supporting us as we grow. But anyways,